Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. Now first thing, it actually started raining when I started recording this video, so if you hear any type of thunder or rain, I'm gonna try to do my best to actually cut it off. So if you do hear that, then I apologize, but again, that's not gonna stop me from making a video because I really want to push these videos out. So without further ado, if you clicked on this video, it's most likely because you're thinking about opening a checking account and you're not really sure what it is or how it actually works. And plus you might want to see what the type of fees there are when you open a checking account, because there are fees to consider when opening one, okay? So let's start it off, okay guys? Well, to put it in real simple terms, what a checking account essentially is basically a type of bank account that you go to your local bank and apply for and open one up. And this is basically just used for your everyday expenses, and you'll usually get a debit card of some sort in order to use this checking account. So whenever you go to, I don't know, Walmart or I don't know, the mall, or just shop on Amazon, you simply either swipe your card or put your card info online, and whatever you decide to purchase on there, it'll deduct it from your account, depending on how much money you have and everything, and therefore it'll be able to purchase the things that you need on a daily basis. And again, this is just, used for maybe groceries, up to clothing, gas, rent, whatever it may be. This is basically all to use that wherever a debit card is actually available. Now, if you go somewhere where they only accept cash, then you are gonna have to take out cash to probably make these type of purchases, such as flea market, or I don't know, just somewhere where I guess they're a bit more old school, Now, another thing to consider with the checking account is that they actually also offer some type of interest. And this interest isn't gonna be too high though, okay? Compared to a savings account or a money market account. But in return for this, you're able to use this checking account on a daily basis with unlimited use. Meaning, unlike a savings account where you're limited to using it maybe 6 times a month or so. Well, with a checking account, you have no limits, meaning you can spend however much you want all day, just keep swiping it, which I really wouldn't advise. Please don't do that. But again, you have no limits and you can take out as much money as you want. So you simply go to your local bank, ask them for a withdrawal, and they'll give you your money. And boom, now you have your money and you're ready to spend. Now, another thing to notice with these interests with a checking account is that if you try to consider maybe an online one, they will tend to usually have, I guess, higher interest, simply because without, physical locations, they have a little bit more money to therefore give back to you, the customer. Now, let's go over some of the fees that come with the checking account, because I think this is the part for most people that if they're not careful, it ends up screwing them over the long run without noticing. And once you actually do take notice of your bank account and notice this type of things, you're gonna be like, man, the banks are ripping me off. I need to go to a different bank, all these type of things. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us have been there at least once or twice before in our lives. I know I have. And I always used to think, what the hell, why are these banks charging me this or that? So let's go over some of the fees. Now, the main fee obviously is gonna be the maintenance fee. And the maintenance fee is basically, a fee to charge you in order to hold that checking account. Now, this fee will range from maybe, I don't know, maybe $1 to $15 at the max. Now, some of the banks I've been with, they have charged at least $15 a month. But at the same time, these banks also have ways to actually waive these fees, okay? Meaning if you meet a certain criteria, you actually don't even have to pay this fee whatsoever. And this could range from, I don't know, having a minimum deposit in your account, doing direct deposit, and really just things like that. So I really highly advise you either read the fine print or ask your banker, whoever you actually decide to open the account with, to tell you exactly and specifically what some of these fees are, what can you do exactly to meet a criteria. And another thing to know is that to waive this maintenance fee, you usually have to meet at least maybe 2 to 3 different criteria at the same time. So again, do ask your bank, because I've had a Wells Fargo account and you had to have at least, I don't know, I think 3 criterias. So by meeting those, I was able to, basically not pay any of those fees whatsoever. Now, the second type of fee, which I think is going to be probably the most important of them all, is going to be the overdraft fees. So pay attention, guys, because if you're really not careful with these overdraft fees, they're going to hit you so hard and you're going to waste just so much money. And essentially, it's basically like if you're just giving the bank your money for free. So how this basically works is with an overdraft fee, is it basically happens whenever you spend too much than what you have in your account. So let's take, for example, if you have only, I don't know, $100 in your checking account, right? And you see something for, I don't know, 110, like $110, and you go ahead and purchase that thing with your debit card, well, if you only had the $100 in your account and you end up using your card on that purchase, well, for one, you will be able to buy it, but you're gonna over limit, you know, you're gonna overspend that extra $10. And when you do that, the bank is gonna charge you up to at least $35 per each overdraft. So if you keep continuously doing this every day, every week or whatever, you're basically giving the bank $35 every time you do this. And guys, I mean, it's really just terrible if you're not careful. I mean, I'll be honest, I've been through it before when I first started with my bank account, and it's just terrible. You do not want to be giving these banks free money just because you decided to overspend some money. You shouldn't even be overspending if you can't afford it anyways, right? But yes, guys, so do be careful with these type of fees. And again, for most big banks, the average fee for this is going to be around $35. It could be less, it could be more. It just really depends if you're looking online or physically, okay? Now, I do also want to note also with these type of fees that, again, if you're considering maybe an online banking, it might be a better suit for you simply because they might not even have fees, you know, they might not even charge you to actually have a checking account. And they might actually have lower fees also, so do consider that. So that's what we're about to go over right now, is on how to actually choose a checking account. So like I mentioned earlier, when looking for a checking account and this is your first time, again, consider some of the fees. Maybe they have no fees, maybe they have very low fees, in case you don't really trust yourself too much. Another thing to consider is also a large range of ATMs available, because you don't want to pick a bank that, while they may have low fees or something, if you can't reach that bank within the next, maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, and you have to go all the way across town 30 minutes from where you are, that's just, it might not be worth it, honestly, because you picked a bank that's so far. So consider maybe something that's a little bit closer to the house or something. Take for example, one of the banks that I'm with, it's just like 5 minutes down from the house. So I mean, to me, that's kind of suitable for me to have a checking account with that bank. Also, you may want to consider a bank that has a low opening balance restriction, which means that with some banks, you have to have a minimum deposit, okay? Some banks may tell you that you need $100 on the spot to open it, or $500, and some banks may say you don't need nothing. So do consider that also at the same time, because if you can't afford that opening balance, then it's probably just gonna be a waste of time at the moment, and then you're just gonna have to go to a different bank and just waste more time, and it just becomes a hassle and just, I don't know, too much hassle, guys, okay, really. Now, also consider interest rates. Again, guys, don't just choose a checking account just for the interest rates, but if you do find a different variety in which you have to pick maybe 2 to 3 ones that you like, then consider an interest rate also with it. So if they offer high interest rates, then you can, you know, choose one that has some of the best interest rates that they have available to offer. Also, you might want to check something like sign-up bonuses. Some banks will, you know, give you some money just for opening an account, or maybe, I don't know, being referred by somebody or just something, you know. So check those type of things out, okay, guys? But this doesn't simply mean just pick, you know, a checking account based off a promotion. Again, you got to see the pros and cons of everything that I mentioned earlier. Don't just pick a checking account just because of one specific thing, you know. If they offer you, I don't know, $50, don't just do it for that. For all we know, that bank could be across the town, or maybe a whole other city that you have to drive to just to get money from. So again, guys, just consider all these type of different things, okay? And really, when you're ready to actually open a checking account, just have the right, you know, documentations and everything. Your ID, you know, I think a check or something. It just really depends. Make sure you have all that at hand, and you should be good to go. So anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, just be smart, guys, you know. Just make sure you know what you're getting into. Read the fine print. Again, guys, be smart. So anyways, guys, I'm just gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like. And as always, you know, just leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I don't know, what are your thoughts on a checking account? Do you have one? Do you not? If not, please explain why not. I mean, we all have different ways, you know. And as always, if you're watching this and you're new, be sure to hit the subscription button down there, especially for more videos on finance, guys. I mean, we're gonna go over a lot of things on this channel, from stocks to bank stuff to making money online. And we got plenty of videos coming up in the future, guys, especially coming up next year. So be tuned in for that, all right? So anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go and just have a safe week as always. Later.